Well, I think we're more of a defensive-minded team, where last year I thought we were more offensive-minded. I think Damari Carroll and Corey Joseph's bringing the defensive approach to our team, our grittiness, and it's kind of rubbed off on everybody else, which is great. And you know, I don't know if we're going to be able to score the way we did last year. I think we'll score in different ways, but our defense is better.
When you look at just this team the last 4 or 5 years, you guys have won more games each year. Was improving defense kind of that next step you saw as far as you guys?
Well, it was our first year we won. It was one of our calling cards. We were in the top 10 defensively, and then last year we kind of flipped it, and you know, we felt like, okay, we got to get our offense going, and lo and behold, it was, and our defense went south. So this year we want more balance, a balanced approach. And, you know, again, I've always said this, I don't know if we win as many games this year, but we're a better team. And in the long haul, it's going to help us.
With the Celtics being in your division, you're going to see these guys a ton.
Too many times.
How different are they now with some of the personnel moves they've made?
Oh, I tell you what, you're talking about us growing over the last few years. They've grown. You watch this team mature, get better, improve, have confidence. They added Amir Johnson, gives them veteran presence. David Lee gives them a veteran presence in the paint, and the know-how to win in the league. They've added that, so they've had some great additions to their team. That's going to help them in so many ways. Again, I wish they weren't in our division, because they, you know, last year you could just see each time we played them, you knew how much they've improved.
You did have that breakthrough a couple years ago, 2 years ago, with the defense, and then, like you said, you were top 10. Why do you think that slipped last year? What do you think?
Well, again, there's a lot of reasons, but no excuse is good. Yeah, I can give you a lot of different reasons. You know, I'll take the hit, I'll take the blame. I thought we got into the mindset of outscoring people. You score, I score, and our guys did a decent job. I think we were second or third, or for whatever it was in the league in scoring. You know, I think your team takes on the personality of certain players, and Lou Williams is one of the top scorers in the league, and I think we kind of took on his personality a little bit, which wasn't a bad thing, because we needed scoring. We needed that. But I thought it tilted, the pendulum went too far the other way.
DeMar said that after that playoff series last year, everybody kind of came in this year with maybe a little bit of a chip on the shoulder. Would you agree with that?
We should be pissed off. I mean, the way the year ended, I think what we got to do now, though, be pissed off, but look at it, have it in our rearview mirror, because now we got to handle business now. We can't cry over spilt milk. You know, we got to use last year as a motivation, but also to stay focused on our job at hand.
With the depth they have, with the youth, with the speed, they got so many different weapons.
They can be very good. They can be very good, very dangerous. Isaiah Thomas is a professional scorer. I mean, he's one of the best scorers in our league right now. Avery Bradley is. I've always had a crush on him. He's a kid from Seattle, but he's a big-time scorer. Evan Turner gives them a multiple position ball handler. So they've got all the pieces that you need, and the bigs can shoot it. So you go out in every position, they've got what it takes to win in this league.
With their bench, how much better are you constructed to handle it? I mean, you've added some.
We've added some pieces to handle the situation, different lineups like Boston presents, like Indiana presented the other night, more flexible. And so that's good on our part. So we're happy with that we do have that flexibility.
A couple of years ago, you guys kind of surprised everyone by winning a lot of games. What changes mentally about the challenges coming back the next year?
Well, you know, you're the hunted instead of being the hunter. I think it's tougher being the hunted. You know, but again, we should feel like we're the hunter, because the way we finished last year, we got to use that as that type of motivation and go in each game with a chip on our shoulder. But it's a different approach by being a team that's supposedly to be on top.
What type of issues does that present?
You got to come out ready every night, because everybody's shooting at you. You know, you're kind of on top of the hill, and everybody's taking their best, getting everybody's best shot. So you have that approach that you got to have mentally. Okay.
Do you feel the absence of Amir in the locker room? And then you talk about defense, he's a defensive guy.
Yes, we miss Amir. Tonight he'll be the enemy, but I love Amir. was there when his daughter was born, Amelia was born, and so he was there when we first came into Toronto. So have a lot of respect and admiration for Amir and what he brings to the table. But tonight at 7:30, he'll be the enemy for a couple of hours, and then we'll say hello this summer.
Everybody seems to love him. What gives him that type of universal?
He's just that personality. He has a universal personality. He can get along with anyone. He's a chameleon. He can be serious. He can be funny. He can be happy. He can be sad. Whatever you want. Maybe he has that type of a friendly personality. But on the court, he is a warrior. He plays through injuries, which you appreciate as a coach, and gives you everything he has when he's on the floor.